Greetings, Earthlings. I'm back with a review of a dynamic microphone that actually requires phantom power. So today we're looking at this guy, the Blue enCORE 200 active dynamic handheld vocal microphone. Active meaning that this thing requires 48 volts of phantom power to work. If you do want to pick this guy up, it will set you back between $80 and $150. I'll throw some links down below, but make sure to check a bunch of different sites because sometimes they go on sale where you get two of them for the price of one. For this review, I'm connecting direct to the 2i2 2nd Gen, 48 volts phantom power on, and my gain at around 75%. I won't do any post-processing, but I will boost it in post, so check the doobly-doo down below to see what I did. Now let's talk about what comes in the box. Obviously, you're going to get the microphone. You get a shiny replacement grill in case you want to look flashier while you're on stage or in the studio. You get a microphone mount, which I raved about in the enCORE 100 review because you actually have 5/8 and 3/8 inch threading built into this thing. You get a carrying pouch, and you get some documentation. As far as the build quality, this thing is built like an absolute tank. It has an all-metal body with a really nice amount of weight to it. The grill is incredibly strong and can probably take a pretty good beating. And there are grooves machined into the handle of this mic in case you are a super sweaty singer and you're prone to dropping your microphone. As far as specs, this thing has a cardioid polar pattern, a frequency response of 50 Hz to 16 kHz, an impedance of 25 ohms, a sensitivity of approximately -52 decibels, a max SPL of 147 decibels, and it's not listed here, but it does require 48 volts of phantom power. Now I'm spinning around the microphone to see what the actual polar pattern is, what the off-axis coloration is, and how the tone of my voice changes as we move around the microphone's capsule. Now I'm passing the microphone back and forth between my hands to see how well it does at rejecting handling noise. Now I'm banging on a keyboard with Cherry MX Blues to see how much of my voice versus how much of the keyboard it picks up. Now I'm testing for the proximity effect. About 1 foot away from the microphone, about 2 feet away from the microphone, and about 4 feet away from the microphone. And now I'm speaking through a pop filter just a couple inches away from the microphone to demonstrate how it sounds in this scenario. Another day, another mic review. Another day, another mic from Blue. So this is actually the first active dynamic microphone that I've tested, and although the benefits may not be that apparent in the tone, once you start to dive into the specifications, it really becomes apparent where the benefits lie. In terms of pros, the incredibly low impedance of this thing means it's going to work really well with almost any cable length, any mixer, or any interface. It also has a higher output level or sensitivity in comparison to other dynamic microphones due to the active electronics. It did a great job at background noise rejection. It also did a really nice job at handling noise. And lastly, it has a relatively broad presence boost from 1 to 5 kHz to help your voice cut through a mix, as well as a cut from around 6 to 7 kHz to help eliminate any sibilance. But then in terms of cons, the proximity effect of this thing can get overwhelming if you really get up there and eat the microphone. So as far as the overall sound, I think this is a pretty versatile microphone for live situations. Now, in my opinion, on the electric and the acoustic, it just sounded fine. It wasn't the best sounding microphone I've heard on those instruments, but if you're in a pinch or a bind and this is the only microphone you have and you need to mic up a guitar cab or an acoustic guitar, I think you'd be able to make it work with a little bit of EQ. And then on live voice, I think this is a really nice option given the presence boost, the cut to help with some of the sibilance, the good amount of background noise rejection, the decent performance with handling noise, and although it wasn't the best at rejecting plosives, it definitely wasn't the worst by any stretch of the imagination. So would I recommend this thing? Maybe. And the reason I say that is this is incredibly similar to the enCORE 100. The main difference is the active electronics, which in turn leads to a decreased impedance and some minor discrepancies in the frequency response where you lose out on a little bit of air compared to the 100. So if you're not really concerned with any of those factors, the lower impedance or the slightly improved air frequencies, then I would say just go ahead and stick with the enCORE 100 and save a couple of bucks. All right, guys, I guess that'll do it for today. If you found this video fun, interesting, or helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. If you want to influence what I review next, head over to geeksrising.com/podcastage and cast a vote there. Want more videos? Logo beneath me. Check out the Discord server, link in the description, and I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.